Underneath, we are all the same, by Messiah ben David. The divisions that separate humanity, our nations, our skin tones, our languages, and our beliefs, are illusions. They are fragile barriers we have constructed to define ourselves and others, yet they obscure a profound and eternal truth. Underneath, we are all the same. This truth, articulated by the Messiah ben David, is not a mere sentiment, but a revelation from God, a call to awaken from the false narratives that fracture our world. It is a challenge to every individual to look beyond the surface and recognize that beneath our differences, we share the same essence, a humanity shaped in the image of God. In the eyes of God, we are not defined by the color of our skin, the place of our birth, or the traditions we follow. We are defined by the light of our soul, the spark from God that unites us as one creation, one family, one destiny. This is the vision of BABASHUVA, a new world, a new reality. It is a vision of repentance, unity, and God's love, calling us to return to God, to truth, and to one another. For too long, we have allowed ourselves to be blinded by the superficial differences that divide us. We have built walls of fear and hatred, letting prejudice take root in our hearts. But the Messiah ben David reminds us that these divisions are an illusion, one that we must shatter if we are to fulfill our purpose as God's creation. True strength lies not in our ability to isolate and segregate, but in our capacity to unite. When we see beyond the flesh, beyond the external, we discover the shared humanity that binds us together in the image of God. This vision is not simply a dream of a better world. It is a mandate, a charge from God to rise above the limitations we have placed upon ourselves. It demands action, courage, and a commitment to change. To see a stranger not as other, but as a brother or sister. To extend a hand instead of turning away. To replace judgment with understanding, and hostility with love. It calls us to create a world where every individual is valued, where every voice is heard, and where no one is cast aside because of the circumstances of their birth or the path they walk. Imagine a world where the walls of division crumble, where nations join hands in cooperation, and where humanity stands united in its shared destiny. A world where no child is judged by the tone of their skin, no individual is silenced for their faith, and no person is left behind. This is not a fantasy. It is the vision of BABASHUVA brought to life. A world where God's truth reigns supreme, and humanity is one. This ideology, underneath we are all the same, is a revolution of the heart and spirit. It demands repentance, not only as individuals but as a global family, turning back to the values that reflect God's image. Compassion, unity, and unconditional love. Through BABASHUVA, we are called to become the architects of a new reality. It is a reality where love triumphs over hatred, where unity rises above division, and where truth dispels every falsehood. The time is now, the call is urgent. The Messiah ben David has offered the vision, but it is up to us to act. Let us answer the call, not tomorrow, not someday, but today. Let us rise together, breaking the chains of fear and building a world rooted in the unshakable truth that underneath we are all the same. Together with God as our guide, we can create a new world and a new reality, a reality of hope, harmony, and limitless possibilities. BABASHUVA, a new world, a new reality, where unity becomes reality.